Oh my god, time for a new video. So guys, I got some funny stories for all you motherfuckers who are watching. But firstly, I want to say is in case some of you guys have noticed, actually quite a few of you guys have noticed, my channel has been revamped. Same thing with my vlogging channel. And a friend of mine made me, new images, a new background, new banner. He didn't really have to, but he took his time out of his way to actually make me some images, which is kind of cool. So his channel is right down here. He's in RSMV Maker. I'm not sure how many of you guys like RSMVs, but definitely check him out. He's pretty good at what he does. So if you guys like high editing and RSMVs, he's the type of person that has pretty good RSMVs. But anyways, moving on now. So as I was fletching last night, I was in a bank, and it was just me in the bank fletching. There was nobody else around. And these two people happened to came to the bank, and they were just standing there. Now, these two people didn't come in a group, but they just came separately. But both of them were pretty high level. One of them was 132, the other was 136. But the thing about both these people is that each of them had a spirit shield. One had a divine, and the other one had a spectral. Now, out of the blue, the person who had the divine spirit shield started picking on the person who had a spectral spirit shield. Just, randomly out of the blue. Like, who the fuck really does that shit? He would just say, hi, you have a noob spirit shield, even though any spirit shield really isn't. Like, if you own a spirit shield, it's a good shield. I don't really consider any... Okay, yes, there are differences between each shield, but still, to pick on somebody for having a less expensive type shield than you're just an asshole. So for about 5 minutes, they were just arguing back and forth, comparing differences, how its spectral is better, then he's like, no, divine is better because of this reason, just back and forth. And I'm just sitting there, cutting logs, fletching, and I'm just kind of laughing. And it really caught my attention, because last night I was watching a movie, and I had to pause my movie and actually stare at my computer screen, and I was like, wow, this is fucking hilarious. So finally what happened was both of them agreed that they would go to a bounty hunter world and basically duel it out. Kind of like old style PKing. If you had a problem with somebody, you would go, kill them, who's the better person. But I guess they wanted to see which one could survive because they both had like spirit shields or some shit like that. I was looking around through Bounty Hunter for about a good 5 to 10 minutes. Didn't see them anywhere, so I was like, fuck it. So I just went back to the bank and started fletching again. Alright, but now the funny thing that happened to me today was that today I had to fill up my car with gasoline. No, that's not the funny thing. But one thing I always do when I fill up my car with gasoline is I always go inside and get a Mountain Dew. Now it really depends what type of mood I'm in. Sometimes I get just the plain piss color Mountain Dew. Sometimes I feel like a Code Red. Sometimes I feel like the high voltage. Today I felt like Code Red. So I got a Code Red and I went back to my car as it was filling up with gasoline. And the car directly in front of me, there was these two, had to have been maybe 7 or 8-year-olds, just sitting, standing outside the car reading a comic. And I overheard some of the stuff they were talking about, and they actually were in an argument about who would win in a battle, Spider-Man or Batman. Now, we all know the answer of who would win, and the answer would be fucking nobody would win. You wanna know why? Is because the video makers today, in this day and age, are actually kind of somewhat pussies. And if there was ever a movie released where it would be Spider-Man versus Batman, it would have a happy ending. Sort of like, oh yeah, the two heroes united and they became best friends. Fuck that shit! I kinda want to see somebody fight to the death. Either Spider-Man wins or Batman wins. I don't want to see these two bungholes make peace and become best friends. So a good couple minutes went by after they started arguing, and what happened was the kid who said Spider-Man would most likely win decided to pop the other kid right in the jaw. And it was really kind of funny because it was like a bobblehead doll. You guys know what the bobblehead dolls are, is when you press them, the heads shake up and down. Yeah, the kid punched the other kid right in the jaw, and his head kind of vibrated like that. It was kind of funny to watch, and I kind of felt like screaming, yeah, kick his ass, Seabass! But I just decided to say nothing and just watch the both of them kind of bitch slap each other around for a little bit. After a couple minutes went by of them just bitch slapping each other in public, the father decided to come out of the gas station, probably because he saw his two sons, or son and a friend, like, just destroying each other in public. So he literally picked them up by the collar of his shirt and just threw them in the backseat of their car, and then they drove away. You see now, guys, I'm not really sure how this is really related to RuneScape, but it's related because last night I nearly pissed my pants. And today, well, last night I nearly pissed my pants sitting down. And today, I nearly pissed my pants standing up. So I guess that's how it's both related. And I've never seen anyone get in a fight before over Batman and Superman. I've seen people get in fight over girls before, but never superheroes. So, it's actually kind of funny. Alright, but in my last video, guys, I asked you motherfuckers to leave your nasty, dirty little comments about what would you do if you had 7 days to live and you had a curse that you could give to somebody or you could not give to somebody and choose to die. What would you do? So here are the comments from my last video. Now I want you guys to leave your nasty, dirty little comments about what would you do if you saw somebody in real life just fighting for, like, just over something really stupid. It can really be anything you really want that they can be fighting over. Maybe like what type of soda is better, or what type of like movie is better. So leave your nasty dirty little comments about that. If I could go back in time 3 hours to re-see this fight, I'd most likely say to these two boys, Spider-Man sucks, Batman sucks. Do you wanna know who would kick the living shit out of both of them? Jackie fucking Chan.